Hi, I'm Keith.
Hi, I'm Jane, and this is Hart Brook House. Welcome to our home.
We really wanted to use local people, as well as using local materials where possible.
We're delighted with how it works. We just feel so comfortable in the house.
This is what oak framing and having a bespoke building business is all about. This house has a great story. It was an old farm, or part of an old farm, an old dairy, absolutely derelict. The photographs of what were here look horrendous. Jane and Keith had the vision to be able to see what could be created from this very derelict spot. So I'm really looking forward to meeting Jane and Keith, and we're going to have great fun having a tour of one of my favourite homes of the year.
Hi, Tim.
Good morning, Keith. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Well, thanks.
Morning,
Jane,
Tim.
lovely
Good
to see you. Well, thank you very much for inviting me here to tell me the story about your self-build. We're in a little hidden valley here. It's incredible. The birds are singing in the background. How did you find this gorgeous position?
By accident, because we were relocating from the southeast to the southwest. So we needed to find a town that we could make some connections with. Coming back from holiday and looking on Rightmove, realised that this plot of land near our daughter was on the market, but going to auction on the Friday, and this was the Monday. Never having been to an auction and never having imagined that we would be doing a self-build, we looked into it, and through our son-in-law appreciated the plot and actually the location, being so close to the town and close to them, and thought, well, we'll give it a go.
The place was just dilapidated, and you look at it and you think, actually, have we done the right thing?
Yes.
Obviously, it's the location, absolutely perfect for what we wanted.
What sort of really took you on that journey then, from not having anticipated building your own home to suddenly you've got a building plot? What was the next stage for you?
Well, we had some experience of building work, and I think that at that stage we'd decided that what we'd like is something that we could design and build from scratch rather than try and convert an old building with all the problems that that would create.
How many years now since you moved in?
Just less than 2 years, but we weren't finished outside. We were 98% finished inside, but there was the builders only really left outside about a year ago.
It would be wonderful to see what you have created internally.
It'd be lovely to take you inside and show you around.
Great stuff. Lovely to be here in the kitchen. Fantastic space, dining area, sunroom, all linking together, which is very, very popular.
This was a key part of the house. We felt we wanted to go open plan, and because of the views and the setting, it was one of our sort of key points across to the architect to create a space that optimises the light and the sun throughout the day. So we are so lucky to have this position and to have it the main room that we spend the majority of our time in.
Quite often when you sit down with that blank sheet of paper, it's very difficult to make a start, isn't it? So how did that process work for you?
We did go back and forth a few times. I mean, in one of the original schemes, the kitchen was at the far end. It wasn't in, and we said, no, we want it in the hub of the house. That's
Right
where
at the core.
we're going to be here, using this area most of the time.
When we went to auction, it had already got planning for a 4-bedroomed house on it of a very similar size. It wasn't the type of house that we wanted to actually build.
I think we were a bit naive with we were thinking, well, it's got planning permission for a 4-bedroomed house, so it shouldn't be too bad to tweak it. But the planners did not want to know. They would not move. Basically, they did not want to engage with us. We found it so difficult.
We were rejected, and then we had to go to appeal. The whole process, that was at least a couple of years, wasn't it? In the end, actually, we're delighted with how it works. We just feel so comfortable in the house.
When you're embarking upon the self-build journey, there are lots of different styles of construction and types of house that you could build. So what brought you to oak framing, and how did you end up where you are, really? I'd be interested to know.
Well, we had lived in a converted barn many years ago, which was all oak. Whilst we really enjoyed the character, we were a little bit frustrated with how it had been built. So it was always part of the, one of the considerations that we'd had, but we also looked at a couple of other designs. Ultimately, we felt that Oakwrights came up with the best design and plan for this particular location.
And in this room here, single story, I love the way that it steps down from the kitchen just into here. So although it's open, you sort of almost feel you're in a different room here, don't you?
Yes, it creates a more sort of intimate space. Because we've got, again, all the views around, we do feel that we're pretty much in the garden, looking out, and yet we're able to sort of do the cooking and the eating sort of away from this area, so it works very well.
And I understand the tree trunk or the table has a story.
This ash tree was right in the middle of the plot and unfortunately did need to come down a little bit early, but we've been able to commemorate it and take a slice of it and put resin on it and actually put the legs on and created this coffee table. So this ash tree was in this position and is now here.
Turned into a table?
Yeah, turned into a table.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
The interesting thing is, along this gorgeous staircase, is that there's no external windows, are there? But the light is cascading down in from the skylights above. With the oak vaulted ceiling, it really does work amazingly well.
It does give a great impression of space with having the vaulted ceiling and airiness. It is quite difficult to find a light fitting to fit onto a beam, and I did want the light to come down sort of into the space. So with our builder we were able to create that rectangular plate and buy those light strands individually and then set them up and put them in that sort of random design. So again, it's quite unique.
The way the first three steps wrap around and underneath, then they're back under the main staircase.
More of a feature, aren't they?
Yes, with the lighting gives a beautiful look. Here on the first floor, the master bedroom, you have an absolutely magnificent balcony running off the master bedroom here. Vaulted ceiling, which is always a lovely feature, and going out into the ensuite beyond.
And not many people can wake up in the morning and look out over the valley and see that spectacular view.
It is quintessential England, isn't it? You're looking down into your own valley, the little stream winding up the edge of the trees.
It's westerly, so we do get the evening sun, and because we're in the valley a little bit, we get the later evening sun coming in on this side.
In terms of the oak frame, I think this is a great example where it just adds to the light and airy feel. So it's got so much character, it's fantastic.
So 3 bathrooms upstairs, so you've got ensuite off the master bedroom,
Yes.
family bathroom,
Yes.
and a second bedroom with an ensuite?
Yes, we do, yeah.
Okay.
And we actually have a shower room downstairs as well.
And I suppose that brings me on to thinking, we're in Hereford, you're here in Somerset. How did you go about finding a builder for the project?
We actually asked people locally to start with, but we also did follow up on one of your project managers, and we were recommended a chap called Andrew Balls, who is local to here, 3 or 4 miles away, and we were able to go and see his work, and we seemed to click with him straight away. We could see his attention to detail, so we felt confident to go with him, and he has been fantastic.
We really wanted to use local people as well as using local materials where possible. So I think with Andrew we got on really well, and I think that's pretty important.
Absolutely. We've got the study here, looking out onto the driveway here.
It's a beautiful study. We've got nice views out into the courtyard. But the other thing is we wanted light to be able to get into the hallway.
A return glazed panels there which let borrowed light across the study, going through into the hallway, which it works very well, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's not just having sort of ordinary waist-high windows there, but having floor-to-ceiling windows and getting, again, it just throws the light in.
And the other aspect of this future-proofing, well, we have a downstairs bathroom, so this could easily be turned into a bedroom.
Yes.
For when I can't climb the stairs.
So you can stay here for as long as possible with the
Yes,
house.
that's the aim,
fantastic.
yeah.
The journey has been quite interesting to gain the planning permission and to build the house. But what would you say to somebody who is thinking of embarking upon the self-build route? What would you think your top tips would be for them?
It's absolutely key to get the right builder, main contractor, project manager. A big tip is to make sure that you see some of the work and get to know him, see that you get on well with him, because you've got to have that relationship.
It's a long relationship as well.
Absolutely,
Yes.
you know. I think it's never too soon to start looking at things, ideas. We visited the self-build centre in Swindon a couple of times before we'd even started to try and get ideas. We obviously first met Oakwrights at the Grand Design exhibition in the NEC, and it was recommended there that we visit one of your open days. Again, it really showed us what could be created with an oak frame.
I don't think you can rush it either. It would be a tip is that as much as we all want to get going and it's exciting, actually not rushing the design process in the first place and really taking your time, because you've got only one shot at that.
The project itself has gone very smoothly.
We always had a lot of help from Oakwrights over the period of developing the plans and actually putting the planning application in, and felt supported, and we were determined to pretty much enjoy, you know, the process as well, not to feel stressed about it, but to enjoy it.
Thank you for giving me the guided tour. It's been a pleasure. This is what oak framing and having a bespoke building business is all about, is to see people who are so happy in a beautiful position. It is the dream. I hope you've enjoyed the video. This home here is magnificent. Please like, subscribe, leave us a comment and follow us on socials.